Hey guys, it's your girl Foxx Xebec here. Now let's get into the new One Piece chapter for 1152. I read it. I thought it was amazing, and I just want to go over anything that you guys have missed. Just my little review of it, and we could talk about some things. Let's get into it. Okay, so the title of this chapter is called "An Awful Day." Straw Hats are still on Elbaf, of course, for those that don't know. Hopefully you do if you're here, okay? Now, first we see Chopper is still aiding Gabon after his fall. Praise darling. But he's like, okay, I'm going to leave it to you. I'm going to go take care of it. And, just go from there. Chopper's doing this thing. My baby's gone. No Chopper slander would be tolerated here. Okay, now Luffy's just ready to go. He's like, you can count on me, I got this. Now Gabon is like, yo, you need to be mindful of your haki. Now, Luffy obviously has always used haki, but clearly there are other ways to use haki, and who better to have shown us than Shanks? If you think about it, Mr. Bluetooth Hockey himself. So I thought that was pretty cool. Then of course you have Loki and Hard and everyone, they're still around him. He's still locked up. They won't let him out. So we go into the panel with Loki. He is saying basically he is very familiar with the God's Knights. He can definitely help fight on Elbaf. He just needs to be free. And Harden is like, you got me fucked up. So now in the process of all this back and forth going on, Gabon is like, somebody in this motherfucker got hockey. And not even like regular hockey, like conquerors, supreme shit. Oh baby Sanji, he just had to just embarrass himself. Now I respect both characters, but my heart is with Sanji. He cooked. That's all I need. Now, in this process, of course, Sanji gets embarrassed. Gabon pretty much just walks right by him and goes straight to Zoro. Which, let's be real, we all knew that he had Conqueror's Haki. I mean, Kaido even said it in Wano, and I mean, come on, it's freaking Zoro. Let's be real. So I do still feel like Sanji could get it, but that's a conversation for another time. Let me know if y'all want to have that. Now, Gabon checks Zoro, and he's like, yo, how you gonna be second in command and you don't even recognize your own haki, nigga? Like, what you doing? Cause Zoro like, haki? What do you mean haki? And even Luffy was like, nigga, it's been oozing off of you. Like, what do you mean? But Zoro lost as always. So yeah, Gabon had to check him real quick, and definitely Zoro was receptive to it. Like, dang, my bad, you right. Cause yeah, pay attention, nigga. Anyway, we go back to Loki and Harden, and they still going back and forth. Harden is not with it. He's like, yo, you are Elbaf's biggest option. You need to go. And Loki is like, nigga, like, let me go. Like, damn, like, niggas is dying out there. Like, let me go. And it's just Harden is not hearing it. So what Luffy do? Join my crew. Only Luffy. I mean, let's be real. I feel like if it was up to Luffy's crew will look more like a circus than buggies, and which I find really hilarious anyway. But anywho, he asked him to join his crew. Everybody is like, the fuck? Loki is like, nigga, no. And Zoro and Sanji is definitely like, hell no. But Zoro's more so like, we can't fit him on the boat, bro. Like, what you doing? Then Sanji, who has a good damn point, like, bro, I have a hard time feeding you. Now you want me to feed a giant? Nah. So, obviously it was definitely understood by everybody at that point. But Lucy don't care. Lucy like, man, don't nobody else want umbrellas? Why not? True misfits, right? That's why we love straw hats anyway. So now at this point, Gabon is still resting, but he is like, yo, let that nigga go. Everybody's like, nani? That shit was crazy. But it was really cool because it was like, what do you mean? Like, Yasan, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean release him? So now at this point, Arden is pressuring Loki to talk about what happened the day that their dad was killed. Now, at this point is when we go into flashback mode. 14 years ago, okay? 14. Okay. So we're talking a good amount of years. We first come across Loki and Jaru. They walking through the kingdom. They shooting the shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. He trying to go say what's up to his pops. You know what I'm saying? Go see pops. Then it switches over to Gabon and Shanks in the bath. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but so if you notice while he's in the bath, obviously he has his arm at this point, and there is a tattoo on it, and the tattoo is a symbol that is also on the uniforms of the God's Knights. So the fuck. So in this process, Gabon says, how long's it been? 3, maybe 4 years, referring to when Roger died. Shanks responds with, it's been 10 years since Captain died. So now that brings us to, is there a time thing going on at Elbaf? Like, because if you remember, and even I saw other people say this as well, when Emu came to Elbaf, they were talking about how long the God's Knights have been there, but it didn't seem like they were there that long. So, okay, time difference, big ass time difference, clearly. So now we go to a silhouette of King Harold. Now at this point, Loki and Jaru have walked in and they see King Harold being skewered by his own servants. And the silhouette looks crazy, like crazy. But it switches over back to Shanks and Gabon, and they are talking, and Shanks is dripping. Yes, girl, dripping. Do not come for me for getting this excited. We barely see the nigga. I'ma take what I can get. Anyway, so while they're in the tub, they are catching up. Shanks talk about how he really just wanted to be a carefree pirate with Buggy, which I think is adorable. But then Gabon refers to him as the child of destiny. And Nick, what is that? What that tattoo means? Like, clearly Shanks is not just a regular nigga. He has never been a regular nigga. So I'm definitely not surprised that he is called a child of destiny. I definitely would like to know more about it, and I can't wait to dive into that. In the process of them bathing, Ripley big face ass come popping through the window. She lucky, she fine. She lucky. And she's holding baby Colin, She's holding baby Colin, and it's funny because she scared the shit out of Shanks, which I completely understand. Now, they know they're just talking, shooting the shit, and she's like, hey, you got any stories about Gabon? And Shanks like, man, we used to pull up to the island and all the hoes come running. But then Gabon had to grab him because he was talking too much. So he had to cut that out. Now, at the end of their conversation, they're chilling, they having drinks, eating, and he's saying how he wanted to go speak with King Harold because the last time he saw him was in Marijwa, and obviously, due to their roles, they couldn't have the conversation that they wanted. So he wanted to have it with him while he was in Elbaf. Unfortunately, he obviously didn't get to have that. So now we return to the palace. Um, Everyone's wondering what's going on. Whole palace is in disarray, and then next thing you know, Elder Jaru got a whole sword in his head, locks being unlocked, and now there is a forbidden devil fruit that has been passed down with an Elbaf, and somebody done took the shit. All you see is the fucking silhouette, and now I'm like, okay, so what's the fruit then? Was this Luffy's fruit? Is this a different fruit? We thought Loki ate a fruit. Did he not eat a fruit? It's so many questions, but I know Oda like that shit. Oda like that shit, but it's okay. But yeah, so it's like straight chaos right now, and they pretty much go from that panel to King Harold in his younger years. Now, at this point, he is 45, I believe, in giant years, but 15 in human years. And so he clearly is straight chaos. This motherfucker is straight chaos. He looks like like if Kid was a beast pirate. Yeah. That's what he looks like to me. Yeah, I've been trying to figure it out for a long time. That's it right there. Sorry, I had a little moment. But yeah, he looks like if Kid was a beast pirate. Like, it's just crazy looking, and he is definitely a menace. Looked like he was definitely a menace, but that's what he looks like. So I mean, clearly he was chaos, and I guess we're gonna go more into that backstory next chapter. But I definitely cannot wait to see what is happening. So, what's going on? What's gonna happen next? I can't wait to see it. Now, as y'all know, anime will be back on Sunday. We will watch that together, and we will talk shit together. Also, we'll be watching other animes, doing other reviews. Whenever I decide to do cosplays, you guys will see that too. I just like doing random shit. It's just who I am. So again, art in the back is me. I have a channel for my art as well. It's called Foxx the Artist. You can also find me on IG with Foxx the Artist, underscores in between the words. You can also find me on TikTok for my art. But as far as the good old anime fun, here.